what? Just roll with it. Hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I'm not going to tell you what happened. Just going to leave you guessing because that's how I do. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome. All my returning viewers, you know something stupid just happened because if I'm laughing at myself, you're probably going to laugh your ass off if you knew. Some of you can speculate and probably correct. Let's move on, shall we? Today is a full review episode of the Wild Turkey. Today we're going to showcase the Wild Turkey 101 Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. This is a 375 milliliter, so this is the... So what constitutes the flask? What do you think constitutes as a flask? Is it the 375? Is it the 200? Is it the 100? I've got a few. I think I have it. Thought I heard something. Anyway, so here's the Wild Turkey 101. It is a 50.5%, which is a 101. You just take the ABV, 50% or 55 or 50.5%, and you double it. You just take the alcohol by volume and you double it. I think a lot of people have asked me, like, how much is that in, American terms or something. I don't know, some stupid stuff like that. Distilled and bottled by Wild Turkey Distilling Company, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. There's the website. Go ahead and visit it if you like. For more than 60 years. More than 60 years. Well, I wouldn't say it's been that long since I've originally had or last had the Wild Turkey. Granted, this is the 375, so I do believe the dynamics will be slightly different than I would if it was a full 750. We did have the rare breed, which came in at 116.8. Yes, 116.8 will forever be stained on my brain because that's what it does. It punches and you never forget. On the nose, very oaky, very vanilla. A little bit of cinnamon. There was a lot of cinnamon off the rip, which brings me back to the point where all the new people, Mr. Randy does a 3-part review when he does a review of a whiskey, wine, bourbon, beer, tequila, what have you, libations review. Part 1, off the rip. Get it home, crack it open, pour it in a glass, have my first pour, first tasting, share my first impressions with you because that's how we do, baby. That's how we roll. Part 2, full review time, which we are here today. Now you know. Now some of you have definitely locked in and you know what's going on. So, full review, I stop here-ish. I leave whatever's left in the bottle to sit for 1 week, 2 weeks, couple of days, depending on what's going on, how good this is, and you know how it goes. All my returning viewers, you know how it goes. I go on the internet, I find as much or nothing at all. Today we're just going to be going off of what we already know because there's nothing but BS online right now. So yeah, that's where we're at. Part 3, final pour. All the way down here, not very much longer now, all the way down here, final pour, just like the first pour, and we'll compare it to everything in between. Wild Turkey 101. I honestly cannot remember the last time, or, years and years ago, when I last, previously to this, had Wild Turkey. And I'm not talking about the rare breed 116.8. Just a little 5 to 10 milliliters of water in that 116.8 makes it more tolerable. Anywho, the last time I had Wild Turkey 101 before this bottle, I don't even think I was in Texas when I had that Wild Turkey 101. So there's not as much cinnamon on the nose as off the rip, but I can detect it. There is wood, there is vanilla, oaky vanilla. In a weird kind of way, it kind of makes me think of Maker's Mark. This has a more how do I, grainy, woody, grainy sort of roughness to it, as opposed to the Maker's Mark. I drank Maker's Mark for 7 years exclusively. I know Maker's very well. Oof. Yeah, that 101, I don't particularly care for much of the 100s and above. I don't think it's very much enjoyable to drink. And then people just tell me, throw an ice cube in it. Put it on the rocks. Water it down. Why? Why should I have to? I get it. There's a Wild Turkey, what is it, 80 something proof? Nah, no thank you. You know what? No. It's very fickle. When it comes to Mr. Randy and bourbon, it's very fickle. You know, if you're a returning viewer and you watch the channel a lot, you know Mr. Randy absolutely is a fanboy of Evan Williams. They almost cannot do in any harm. That's how good I think Evan Williams is. There's a few others out there which are pretty damn good. Wild Turkey is a hit and miss with me. Mostly miss. And if I have to alter the libation in order to enjoy it, I just care not to. Let's go ahead and get that pour on. Let's go. A little softer and a little more easy to and enjoyable than off the rip. The dynamics change. That astringency just hit me and my mouth just squeezed up. I'm working it back out, working it back out. The dynamics change when you do a 375 versus a full 750 standard. But roughly, everything's the same. You're going to let it off gas and sit for roughly the same amount of time. Smaller the volume, the faster you can do it. I'm not giving this little guy any special attention. He's going to have to do it just like all the rest of the big boys out here. The palate is... Let's go ahead for that second one. Yep, I subconsciously underpoured myself. Look at that. Good viscosity, that's for sure. I think that cinnamon fire is a little off. I think the cinnamon blast on this is off. The oaky vanilla is relatively smooth. If you turn that cinnamon down a little bit, I think it would be better. This has a high flash cinnamon. Excuse me. It's not agreeing with me. It doesn't want to stay down. Viscosity transfers very nice to the mouth. Again, everything wants to tighten back up. It's dry here right now. My lips are chapping, but my chapstick is probably already packed away. I'm an idiot sometimes. I admit it. Transparency. Honesty. Sometimes brutally honest. It's one of my better characters. Let's go ahead and get this finish on, and we'll put this one away. Holy crap. Hold on a second. Hold on. I think some of that went down the wrong tube. A bird was flapping its wings on my windowsill. It happens. The birds like to get over here on my windowsill. Something about the way the light shines off the window. They get on the windowsill and they, in the reflection, they flap their wings and their wings hit the window. By now I'm used to it, but I still turn to it. Whenever it happens, I still turn my head as I was drinking that. And somehow it slipped down the wrong tube. Well, that ruined that finish. But now there's a lot more fire on the back end, that's for sure. It does have a lot of that cinnamon. That cinnamon just needs to chill the F out for real. The gums, That 101, that higher proof does really work the taste buds, and it really enforces that astringency. I'm trying to stretch everything out because it's still having a pretty good effect. I am actually relatively surprised that we're getting still a good amount of flavor characters in the finish. I still taste it. I still taste, of course, the cinnamon, a little bit of oaky and vanilla, probably more vanilla than oaky. So that cinnamon and vanilla dance around while the oak sort of just watches. It's not bad of a finish. It's got a unique but good finish. I can still taste it. It's still there. The heat, of course, now I can't quite properly judge that. It's burnt. My back end is burnt now. Gums, I can still kind of taste more cinnamon and some vanilla. So let's go ahead and put a score on it, because this is an unorthodox full review episode. I don't know where my notes thing is. I don't know where my tablet is, where I now have decided to keep that instead of paper. Pen and paper. People, keep it basic. Stop moving so forward so fast, and stop dropping the history and your past behind you. Drag it along with you. If I would have had it on pen and paper, if I would have had it regular, I'd have my notes. I don't have my notes. So let's score it before this thing is already at 12 minutes. Let's score it. Week 3 out of 5. I know. Calm down. Just calm down for a moment. This is a week 3 out of 5. It is not the bottomest wild turkey there is, but it's the second one, right? It's the most infamous Wild Turkey 101. There is like an 80, right? 80, 86, doesn't matter. If it's not 90, it technically isn't a bourbon. Technically it's a bourbon at 80. Most of the bourbon drinkers will not even associate it with a bourbon until it's at least 90. When it comes to a bourbon, I guess I'd have to agree a 90 to 95 is a good little sweet spot for a bourbon to start off with. When it gets to 100 and above, I tend to bow out, because I'm not really a bourbon guy. I'm a Scotch man. There's still remnants of that flavor character profile as an aftertaste. And that is one of the greatest things about Wild Turkey. Whatever they're doing, they're only kind of like halfway. They've got certain things down to a science and an art. And some things they just, I don't know. Maybe that's the thing. Do you think that Wild Turkey is a one of the best bourbons ever? I know plenty of you would. So a week 3 out of 5. Would I buy this again? No. I would definitely buy something better under the Wild Turkey. Heck, I would even try the Wild Turkey Rare Breed Rye at one. Is the rye still 116.8, or is that just the regular bourbon? Anywho, that's probably what I would go for. I am looking for the Wild Turkey 8-year 101. Is that better? Tell me, has the recipe changed in your opinion? Has the Wild Turkey 101 changed in your opinion? Yes or no? And how would you compare this Wild Turkey 101 to the Wild Turkey 101 8-year? If I see the 8-year, I'm going to grab it. I'm not even going to think twice. I'm just going to grab it. Let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, for this 15-minute video, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. Yeah, have a good one.